Hello there everyone, it's Sophie, the Sleep Genie here from shuteye.co.uk. Good to see you all. Today I'm doing a bit of a Martin Lewis money saving expert. For those of you in the UK, you will know who I am, but for those of you across foreign shores, he is a TV celebrity that helps the public save money. And what I'm going to talk to you about is, saving some money on buying another thing that will help your child sleep at night. And we throw a lot of money at these things. I did, I have to admit that. So I'm just trying to help you with one here where you can save some money. And this is particularly about a mattress, a sleeping unit pod called a Sleepyhead. Now, before we move on, I'm specifically talking about the Sleepyhead Grand, which is the bigger size. I think the normal baby one is called a Sleepyhead Deluxe, and I'm talking about the Grand. So, and I'm not dissing Sleepyhead at all here. I think it's a wonderful product, and I have one. And when baby number 2, that's just around the corner, about 3 or 4 weeks coming, my second baby is going to use the Sleepyhead. We bought it for our daughter, but we bought it too late to really see the impact of it and how much it could have helped us in those early days, keeping them nice and snug and secure and not rolling over everywhere. I'm a big fan of the Sleepyhead for younger babies. Now, I think that the standard Sleepyhead goes to about 6 months, depending on the size of your child and, how quickly they sort of outgrow it. And then from 6 months, they do this Grand one, which is much bigger and I think sort of fits to a standard cot size. I have quite a few families that are using these Grand Sleepyheads, and it's just to say to you that if you want to use one and buy one, there's no problem in that at all. If your child is quite a good sleeper, they're really comfortable in it, in their normal Sleepyhead, and you want to transition them to a bigger one, absolutely go for it. But if your child has sleep challenges, meaning that they're waking up in the night quite frequently, you're struggling to get them back to sleep, then I would say perhaps save your money and not buy the Sleepyhead Grand. And the reason for that is that older babies, when they're getting, to around about this 6 months age, when you might be taking them out of it, is that they just get very active, really active, that they're starting to sit up unaided, they're rolling, they're exploring, their surroundings and the environment where they're sleeping as well. They like to wriggle, they like to roll, they need to learn and practice these skills, and they do that in their cot as well. So they will roll up and down the cot and they will snuggle into a corner and they will wriggle and they will sleep in what looks like to you a very uncomfortable position, but for your baby they're absolutely fine. And so we really need to encourage them to do that by letting them have that free space. And obviously the Sleepyhead, for those of you that don't know, is sort of provides a bumper style cushion that sort of cocoons around them, which keeps them sleeping on their back, and obviously it makes it more difficult for them to move around the older that they get. I always find that the parents that have these larger style Sleepyheads, when I recommend that we remove it, the child adapts really well. They start, jumping forward with their development in terms of rolling and crawling and all of these kind of things. And actually, the child finds their own comfortable sleeping position, whether that's on their back, on their side, prone, on their stomach. If they have the skills to roll over, then we can be confident that they can get themselves into a lovely, comfortable sleeping position, and we should encourage them to do that. So, I know that these Sleepyhead pods are expensive. I think the first size, so the baby size, is about 110 quid, and I think that the Grand one is 165 quid. So if you've bought 2 of those, you're knocking on for £300. And it's not necessarily going to get your child sleeping through the night, which, will be what you want to happen if you're having those sleep challenges. So I would say save your money, and let them have that free space, see what happens, and if it doesn't, then use that money towards getting some help from somebody like me, or some other support that you can get online, and just try and save your money, because we do invest lots of money in objects to try and help our children to sleep, when actually what we really need is the tools and techniques to do that. So I would say that if you invest somewhere else, maybe with somebody like me, you will learn those tools and techniques to get them sleeping through the night, and it's the same knowledge and learning that you will use throughout their whole infancy when you're teaching them great sleeping skills and dealing with the bumps on the road, which inevitably will happen from teething and travel and illness and things like that. So as I say again, I'm not dissing the Sleepyhead at all. If you have one and it's working well, go ahead and buy the extra large size one if it's working for your family. But if you're having sleep challenges, your baby's getting to that age where you're thinking about transitioning to a bigger one, I'd say before you buy it, hold fire, give them some space, let them see what they can do in that newfound space, and let them show you what they can do. Or get in contact with me and see how I can help you with the advice that you'll need to help your child to start sleeping through the night. But I hope that's helpful, and I will see you again soon.